They told you Roman glass was found in China, but they didn't tell you it appeared centuries earlier than anyone thought possible. This isn't about some isolated trinket. This is about sophisticated, high-quality Roman glass, complete vessels showing up in Han Dynasty tombs in numbers that rewrite the timeline of technological exchange. It changes everything about how we understand the ancient world's most famous trade route. You're about to uncover the true story of the Silk Road, not as a simple conduit for goods, but as a complex, multi-directional network of innovation where advanced techniques flowed in unexpected directions, challenging the very idea of a linear east-to-west transfer of technology. Prepare to see the map of ancient global innovation completely redrawn. For generations, our understanding of the Silk Road has been framed by a relatively straightforward narrative. Imagine a grand highway stretching across Eurasia, primarily acting as a conveyor belt for luxury goods. From the east, primarily China, came the treasures: exquisite silk, fine porcelain, exotic spices, and revolutionary paper-making techniques. These precious commodities journeyed westward, eventually reaching the markets of Persia, the Roman Empire, and beyond. In return, the West was thought to offer a smaller, less impactful collection of goods, perhaps some gold, silver, and the occasional curious artifact, like specific types of glass beads. This was the established wisdom, codified in textbooks and popular history alike, painting a picture of innovation primarily emanating from the East, with the West largely as a recipient, albeit an eager one. Influential works from the early 20th century, like Ferdinand von Richthofen's comprehensive geographical studies, mapped out these routes, solidifying the idea of an almost unidirectional flow. It was a story that made intuitive sense given the sheer scale of Chinese industrial output and the undeniable impact of, say, silk on Roman fashion and economics. The grandeur of the Roman Empire was contrasted with the perceived exoticism and advanced craft of the Far East, creating a neat, understandable dichotomy. The image became ingrained. China innovates, the West consumes, and the vast expanse in between is merely a path. It was a romanticized vision, certainly, but one that left little room for the kind of nuanced, reciprocal technological exchange that archaeological digs are now stubbornly unearthing. We pictured a grand, slow caravan, almost a one-way postal service for brilliance, where ideas traveled steadily from one source to another, always following the sun. But what if that picture was always incomplete? What if there were always hidden currents, powerful counterflows, and independent springs of invention that history textbooks simply overlooked? If you're as fascinated as I am by these moments where official history cracks under the weight of new evidence, then consider helping us keep digging. A quick like and subscribe really does signal to the algorithms that these deep dives into overlooked Silk Road histories matter, ensuring more people can discover these startling facts about ancient technological flow. It helps us keep unearthing the real stories behind what your school books glossed over, and the cracks in that straightforward narrative have become impossible to ignore. For a long time, historians acknowledged the presence of Roman glass in China, but the conventional wisdom placed its arrival much later, primarily during the Tang Dynasty, around the 7th to 10th centuries CE, when interactions were certainly more extensive and documented. This later arrival aligned perfectly with the East-West flow theory. Western techniques gradually made their way over, but then the spades hit something remarkable. Archaeological teams excavating sites from the earlier Han Dynasty unearthed exquisitely crafted glass vessels and fragments that scream Roman craftsmanship, dating from as early as the 1st century BCE to the first few centuries CE. This wasn't just any glass. This was natron glass, a distinctive soda-lime glass made with natron as a flux, a technique characteristic of the Roman Empire, particularly prevalent in Egyptian workshops under Roman rule. This was not just any glass. Sites like the Famen Temple in Shaanxi Province and multiple tombs in Guangzhou, ancient Panyu, yielded glass bowls, plates, and bottles. And these weren't rough imitations. Analysis, particularly strontium isotope analysis on the glass fragments, has repeatedly confirmed their Western origin, matching chemical signatures found in Roman glass from the Mediterranean basin. Some pieces found in hand tombs were mold-blown, a sophisticated Roman manufacturing method that emerged in the 1st century BCE. This wasn't just a handful of isolated objects, it was a significant presence, far earlier and far more technologically advanced than the textbooks ever acknowledged. Think about what that means. We're not talking about sporadic trade of finished products anymore. We're talking about the diffusion of a complex industrial process from west to east, long before the Silk Road was supposedly a robust two-way channel for such advanced techniques. Why didn't anyone talk about this for so long? It completely upends the idea that China was solely the origin point for technological dissemination on the Silk Road. It forces us to confront a reality where complex, advanced glassmaking techniques, perfected in the Roman world, traveled thousands of miles across arid deserts and towering mountains, finding their way into the highest echelons of Chinese society, inspiring and perhaps even teaching local artisans hundreds of years before the established narrative allowed. This wasn't merely goods, this was knowledge transported across continents in an unprecedented fashion, a testament to the Silk Road's true nature as a vibrant, interconnected web of shared ingenuity. This evidence doesn't just add a footnote to history, it rips out a whole chapter and replaces it with something far more intriguing. This realization dramatically shifts our understanding of ancient global interactions. It implies a far more interconnected world than most of us ever imagined, where technological prowess wasn't confined to singular, isolated epicenters, but was constantly being exchanged, adapted, and independently developed across vast distances. Consider the implications for Central Asia itself. For too long, the regions between China and the Roman Empire were seen as mere middlemen, passive conduits facilitating the exchange between grander civilizations. But the presence of early Roman glass in China, alongside other compelling archaeological findings, reveals something entirely different. Central Asia was not just a bridge, it was a crucible of innovation in its own right. We now have undeniable proof of independent advancements in metallurgy, especially in the Fergana Valley, where unique iron and steel production techniques emerged, sometimes predating or evolving differently from those in China or the West. Water management systems, including sophisticated canal irrigation networks that dramatically transformed arid landscapes into fertile agricultural zones, were perfected here, demonstrating a mastery of engineering vital for sustaining complex societies in challenging environments. And then there's the evidence for forgotten textile technologies. While Chinese silk captivated the world, Central Asian artisans developed unique weaving techniques and sophisticated dyeing processes, creating vibrant fabrics that were highly prized in both directions, influencing textile production far beyond their immediate borders. Take the findings at sites like Tashdian in Uzbekistan, revealing advanced ceramics and metalwork that show local innovation and outward influence rather than simple imitation. This wasn't simply a matter of East meets West, but East meets Central and Central meets West, with each node actively contributing to a dynamic, evolving tapestry of technological progress. This pushes us to redefine innovation. It challenges the ingrained idea that genius sprouts only in a few preordained places. Instead, it suggests a more distributed, collaborative, and often surprising distribution of brilliance across the ancient world. You can't look at an ancient map and see those empty spaces in Central Asia as merely desert anymore. You have to see them as fertile grounds for human ingenuity. So, if your mental image of the Silk Road was a simple line connecting two distant points, I hope you now see something far more intricate, more vibrant, and undeniably more human. This wasn't just about goods, it was about ideas, about people struggling with common problems and finding diverse solutions, then sharing those solutions across vast, often perilous distances. It's a testament to the enduring human drive to innovate and connect. it reminds us that history is never static, always awaiting the next shovel strike, the next archival discovery, to reveal truths more compelling than any textbook narrative. Did your textbooks ever show you this intricate, multi-directional flow of ancient technology? Let me know in 5 words or less below. And if this revelation about the Silk Road's hidden technological revolution stuck with you, like this video so you can easily find it again the next time ancient global trade routes come up in conversation or thought. The true history of the Silk Road is a saga of unexpected connections and forgotten brilliance, a network far more complex and reciprocal than most of us were ever taught. There are so many more layers to uncover, so many more ancient mysteries waiting to be decoded. If you're ready to peel back another layer of accepted history and dive into the next astonishing discovery we're unearthing from the forgotten corners of the past, make sure you're subscribed to History Decoded. You truly don't want to miss what comes next.